Thank you, Martha. Now, just to clarify, I don't have decades of experience in imaging. Phyllis does. But I can tell you that in my role leading exploratory innovations within our central research organization, iterations are critical. It is critical that you take that experimental approach to innovating. And what we say now within research is fail fast to succeed faster. Because the point of these experiments is to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And there's a lot you learn from what doesn't work. It actually helps you identify where you need to pivot, where you need to change, and helps you keep pace with what's happening also in the broader industry. So I think that iterative approach where you're taking focused short sprints is critical to being successful in making the switch. The other thing is really staying close to the end user. And I know this goes without saying that, of course, you have to get kind of a perspective on what's the user need, what problem are you trying to solve. But I think what we see is, particularly within my program, what we've been seeing more recently is you'll have people at the beginning kind of interview clinicians, try to understand what's the issue, what's the challenge, but you also need to stay close to them as you begin to innovate. You have to get a prototype in their hands. You have to get them a mock-up, a demo, because what happens is you get much more information about what actually will work when they test it out versus the initial interview. So I would say staying close to the end user, making sure you really understand what is the need, what's the solution that will address that need is critical. And then I think when you think about scaling these, and scaling these also in different types of environments, you really have to understand what is the workflow in which those end users will utilize this tool? How will this enable that as opposed to add more clicks or add more steps? And then what is the technology infrastructure that exists to the point around cloud computing, to the point around internet connectivity? You really have to understand what exists there